Hey, welcome to the Oakley Podcast, Trucking Business and Family. My name's Jeremy Kellett. I'm Director of Recruiting here at Oakley Trucking, and I'm your host for this podcast. And on this episode, we're going to sit down and talk to one of our owner-operators, Mr. John Welch. Just purchased a new KW this week. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about his history getting into trucking, just kind of another success story here at Oakley on, from how he started driving a truck to ending up here, and some of the things he does to be successful. So we're going to visit with John here in a minute about that. I got Dustin Eagle hanging out with me this time. Finally got him in a chair for a little bit to help me with this. Actually, he volunteered John, and I volunteered Dustin.
Yep.
So
that's how it works.
That's how it works around here.
Yep.
So got him helping me a little bit on this too. But first, before we get to John, I want to talk about the company party. We've got our annual company party coming up October the 19th here at North Little Rock Terminal. And it's for all of our owner-operators and their families. It's for all Bruce Oakley employees. We come from all over to hang out for one night right here. But some of the things you need to know that's going on is this is our third annual truck show.
Third annual.
So we have about 25 of our owner-operators signed up. They bring their trucks, line them up out here in the parking lot. They're shined up to the T. They are looking fantastic. They get here a day or two early a lot of times and get to cleaning on them, and we have them set up out by the tent, and it's just it's a good time. So what happens is everybody that attends the company party has a vote on who the top truck is, right, which one looks the best. My favorite. So these owner operators, they're out here trying to buy your vote. I'm telling you, they got their secret ways. They're trying to buy votes because we got some stakes. I mean, some high stakes prizes, given away. We got these fantastic trophies we've made for first, second, and third. It's just a good time, and everybody eats. We have a big recognition of accomplishments. 5, 10 year, 20 year, all that kind of stuff for owner operators and employees. It's just a fun time. We have some fish.
Got a band.
We have a band. You tell me we are not. We're not got it going on. Right. So it's a good time. We I have to stress though, it is just for Oakley owner operators, their families, and Bruce Oakley employees. I wouldn't hate it, but it would be, I might get in trouble if 45,000 subscribers showed up.
We might run out of food. I'm not sure.
Hey, I listen to the podcast. I'm here for the party. Like, wait a minute. Could have a problem there. So, but anyway, looking forward to that. October the 19th. Got reserve your room at Holiday Inn in Little Rock, across from the airport, and also the Wyndham here in North Little Rock. We got some special rates. Starts at 5:30 Saturday evening. I would get here early. I would get here because to see 20, 25 trucks, how many have we got in it, you're really going to need to have time to walk around and see them all. So I'd get here. What time?
Actually, we'll be out here all day Saturday.
What time's Rags down? 2 or 3 o'clock.
2 or 3 o'clock.
They got to quit. Yeah, they can't do anything to their truck after 2 or 3 o'clock. I'm not sure which one. But I would get here. We're going to be here that day. We've even got who's cooking for us?
James Wilridge is cooking for us.
James Wilridge is. We talked to him yesterday. He's cooking that day for the guys, the people that are in the truck show. Mm-hmm. So he comes up from Louisiana and has a big pot of, I don't even know what it is, but it is
I don't
good.
know what it is, but it's good.
It's sausage, chicken, gumbo type stuff. It's fantastic. He does a great job doing that. So
we'll have that out in the driver's lounge.
It'll be at the driver's lounge around noonish.
Yeah.
For all the contestants. So it's going to be a great day that day. We just have a blast. So everybody come, get here early, look at the trucks, be sure and vote for the best one before you get a piece of fish. No fish if you haven't voted.
That's right.
Right, John? We shut them down.
A used semi-truck is a great way to kick off your career as an owner-operator on a budget, and buying from a reputable dealer like Aero Truck Sales ensures you're getting a reliable truck that fits your needs. They carry trucks from all the major manufacturers in the trucking industry and perform a thorough inspection of every truck on their lot to ensure safety and quality and give you confidence that you're getting a reliable truck that will last you for years at a price that you can afford. Being a longtime partner with Oakley Trucking and the Oakley Podcast, we trust them to provide our owner-operators with a truck that fits their needs and matches our qualifications. So whether you're a first-time owner-operator or just looking for a new-to-you rig, be sure to give Keith Wilson and Trey Visor a call at 573-216-6047 and let them know you heard it here on the Oakley Podcast.
All right, enough of that. Let's get with John Welch. John, what's going on this morning? You doing all right?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good this morning. Just a little stressed out getting a new truck deal done. But
Man,
we're
that is a
rolling
challenge, isn't it? We were talking a little bit about that a while ago. I mean, what do you have to go through to get a truck?
now. Well, financing, finding the truck, and then the dealer getting the truck to you when they say they're going to do, but it's usually like a week later than that happens. It's just hoops after hoops. But, I mean, it's worth the process to stay under the new equipment. I'm a firm believer. I come in at Oakley with an old truck with Dustin, and I was like, Dustin, I want to trade this truck. So, no, just bring it on. So I come in with a white one. First trip out, we got lights with a DEF system, and it hadn't broke down in 6 months. So we waited 3 weeks. We got the red one. And we run the red one for nearly 4 years, and then went in on a breakdown and come out with a new KW.
Yeah, what'd you get now? What's this truck you just
This
bought?
2025 KW, WL, W900L.
Nice.
So it's a nice truck. It's got a lot of upgrades, a lot
It's
of
really
room.
nice.
Nice. It's nice to have the room. My wife's always with me. She's not with me today because she don't like the camera. But
Oh, she rides with you all the time,
all
though?
the time. She does the paperwork. I'd have to go back through orientation without my wife.
Man, we could have made her famous. She
I
get
know
in
she
here.
didn't want to come in this morning.
Couldn't
but,
get her up here.
I couldn't. Dustin tried, and I did too. But she's like, "No, I don't have a clean shirt. I got my Peterbilt shirt on. I can't work now."
That's good. That's all right.
So
Yeah, well, trading trucks is ain't no easy task. You got to get APU. You got to get your wet kit put
wet
on.
kit, all that stuff took off, put back on. We got to coordinate like 3 shops getting all that done, and the only people that has done what they said they were going to do on this trade is Oakley shops. They are great. They get you in and they get you out. Everybody else, they get you in, but they don't get you out.
Yeah, it's a challenge doing all that.
But-
Well, tell us about your family.
Me and my wife, we've been together. We got 1 kid. I got my son over here. He's the owner operator at Oakley. I
Okay.
brought him over
Yeah, Wesley.
nearly 2 years ago, and he's doing real good. He hit the struggle though. He's like me. He come in with an older truck, but he went with an older model because he's staying away from DEF issues. And he's like, Dad, this one will be all right. It's an old cat. We had to overhaul it 9 months in. That was like $46,000. I mean, it's just. There's nothing worse than a shop payment, downtime, and a truck payment at the same time.
Amen to that.
It's just, it'll kill you, you know. And,
Yep.
But he's doing good. He got it pretty well afloat, doing pretty good with it. So
And that's your only.
that's the only boy. Yeah.
Where you live?
We live in Gilmer, Texas.
Okay.
Just a little bit out north of Tyler, about 30 miles right there. Been there. We bought a new house in Gilmer in December. Moved from Hallsville over there. Just spent money like crazy this year. I think I need my head examined.
Well, man, that's the way the world goes around.
But we was like in the warranty blanket on the new truck. I mean, with all the DEF issues and everything, they're telling me run them 500, 400, 500,000, get rid of them, and just if you can stay underneath that warranty blanket and stay on a low truck note at the same time, you're pretty good. But
How long warranty you get?
the warranty on this one's 4 years, 500,000 miles, and that's engine and after treatment and everything on it. So we were really excited about that. I've never bought an extended warranty. The last truck come with a 300,000 mile bumper to bumper, but I went ahead and stepped it up this year because of all the DEF issues. You know, they're getting better than what they was on the ISX, but the X15's got a lot better. But it still scares you. That first truck, we got 17,000 in DEF repairs in 13 months. And all the downtime to go with it.
That's a whole nother episode right there. That
We can sit here and talk about that all day.
we have dealt with that. I mean, it's a daily issue for us in the office.
Yeah.
And we don't even own a truck, but we have to, try to get guys that it's killing them and good owner operators. That's a whole nother. We don't want to start off with that because that'll go
pretty deep.
That'll go down in a ditch that we can't come out of, John.
All right.
Man, what got you into trucking? How long you been driving?
Man, I grew up on a 4,000-acre cotton farm in the 70s, so I was either running equipment or something. About 12 years old, I was driving a tractor by myself. Well, I grew up on that or a hoe handle, you're chopping cotton. I mean, that's way back. But I started driving for a gravel company when I was 18, and just started hauling gravel local, stuff like that. I started off in a Mack truck that was nearly as old as I was. It was 2 years newer than me when I started. No air conditioner, no nothing. 5-speed, no window, or a window in the back, no air conditioner, nothing. Just that's what we started in, and I just kept moving up from there. And by the 90s, I was running cross country, started running out to California and stuff, hauling produce and stuff like that, and just kept going from there. And here I am. Just can't
You've been
get
doing
out of
it your whole life then.
My whole life. I've either been working on one or driving one for my whole life.
So you mechanicked.
Yes, sir. 13 years in the shop. I worked for Cat for a few years. And I started a guy's shop with him, Jerry Severe, out in Lubbock. Severe Truck Service. Anybody ever out in West Texas? Great guy. Excuse me. I worked with him about 13 years. And then I got tired of being on the concrete. Of course, I'm a pretty good sized filler, and my knees got to aching pretty good. So I sat back down in a truck, and I started doing heavy haul and stuff like that, and oversized. And then I bought a truck. I was with Booker Transportation, just a place to get in with a truck. We're not going to talk about them, but anyways, I called Dustin, and man, I just like the atmosphere up here, the people. I mean, they treated me like family. I walk in here and talk to you or Dustin just any day of the week. It's like family environment, and we like the environment. The money's good, the work's consistent, the equipment's good. I mean,
Did you know anybody here before you came?
No. How I found the Oakley drivers, I was watching the parking lots. And I seen an Oakley truck pull in all shined up, and I was like, man, them big trucks show that there's money to be made, because a lot of people are trying to drive trucks like that, and they don't. And you look and see these big trucks, nice trucks, clean trucks, happy drivers, and I just, out of the blue, just walked up to one. I don't even remember the guy's name. I just walked up to him. I said, well, how is it over at Oakley? And he just telling me a little bit about it and everything. I didn't get his name or anything, and then I called up here, and I got JP first. That's when he was in recruiting, and then he transferred me to Dustin. And me and Dustin, we talk like once every couple of weeks anyways, just to talk,
Yeah.
catch up. But that's how I got started. But I wished I'd have got that guy's name, but it was just advertisement from seeing the nice trucks and stuff, 'cause
Oh, yeah.
that
makes a difference.
I mean, if you're looking for some place to go, you see these companies, and they got these trucks with the fenders falling off of them and everything else. And
Bungee straps,
bungee
duct
straps,
tape.
you're like, man, I don't want to work there.
Right,
There ain't no money there. You can tell. But it's been great over here at Oakley. We've been here 4 years December. Went through 3 trucks over here.
No kidding.
Yeah, but I had one for 3 weeks. I put so much faith in Oakley after 3 weeks of working here, and the first truck went down. I told Dustin, I said, I'm just going to buy a new one. Worked here 3 weeks and bought a brand new one. And run it out to 400,000 miles.
That wasn't stressful, was it?
It wasn't, because Roy Bailey, the salesman over there, I'll just come get it. And I bought it out of Shreveport. They brought it from Memphis down and over here to Dobbs. And I walked into Dobbs, didn't tell them my name. I said, I'm here for the Red Peterbilt. And they threw me the keys. A week later, I signed papers on it. But you may see it wasn't that way. They had everything to a T, and everything had to go before. But
Did you get that MHC here or no?
I got it in Van Buren. I wasn't even looking for a truck. The knock sensor went out on the truck, and we pulled in there, and I was like, well, let's just look at one of them trucks. And he said, I'll make you a good deal on it. And we got to talking, and it happened. So truck payment went down $400 a month. So it was a
week later, here you are.
A week later, here I am.
Well, you fixed to get started today, I guess, aren't
Yes,
you?
sir. Yeah, we're probably going to have to work a few weekends.
Make up for some
Make
lost
up
time.
for some downtime.
Oh, man.
You pulled an end dump the whole time you've been here,
I've
haven't
been
you,
with the
John?
end dump the whole time I've been here, yes, sir.
And you're dispatched out of Catoosa, correct?
Kyle Haney was my dispatcher. He went to load coordinator. Kyle's great, super good guy to work with. He's very knowledgeable. And when he dispatches, everything just clicks, boy. I like it when he does it like that. So he's a good guy.
Yeah, he got a lot of experience, too.
He does. To be no older than he is, my son's older than he is.
Oh, really?
But Kyle has got it down, boy. I mean, he is a good guy. I really like Kyle.
That relationship's important, isn't it?
It is. A dispatcher will either make you or break you. Yep. And, I mean, if you got a good conversation or
communication
intake with your dispatcher back and forth, and you can work together. Of course, this is trucking. Everybody's going to have a temper flare. Everything's not going to go right every week. And you're going to have bad weeks. You're going to have good weeks. And I heard a guy on here on the podcast. He said, man, you get mad. He said, take a week off.
Yep.
Don't quit. Take 2 weeks off. And that made more sense because I was struggling right then. I was kind of aggravated with things. And, of course, I didn't take no time off till now. This is my vacation. But I thought, man, that guy that was some good advice that I heard right here on that podcast. That guy said, just take off if you're mad. And we're all grown men and everybody.
Man, we all say stupid stuff. We all get mad.
Aggravated.
I get aggravated. I mean, it's part of the process.
Yes, sir. That's trucking. You just better
And
be
that's
ready
why
for
we stress communication so much here, that we are, we're really on it big right now, because we're bringing owner operators back in here every 3 months, every 6 months, and having a sit down with them.
Oh, okay.
And we're having to sit down and just. And they're all, everybody's worried about, I don't want no confrontation. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to have a meeting with them,
Right.
But it's every time you come out of there, it's good. Yeah. And when you start getting those good meetings, well, then you want another one.
Yes, sir.
And it really helps break that wall down with dispatcher and safety, even going in there with us, and the dispatcher, and the owner operator. It just helps communicate a whole lot better. You get past that, and you feel like you can.
Right.
Talk to us,
Yeah.
Well,
We encourage it.
Yep.
Dustin's like my personal counselor. Anything I have a problem with, I call Dustin. What do I need to do here? Or how, and which channel do I need to hit?
He's a good listener, isn't
And
he?
he's a good listener, and we turned out to be pretty good friends through the whole deal, And he's always been there and helped me anyway. So.
And I'll continue to do it, no matter.
LubeZone has been servicing single trucks and truck fleets for more than 20 years across 12 locations nationwide. LubeZone specializes in quick, full-service oil changes that take approximately 30 to 40 minutes. They also offer tractor-trailer grease, gearbox service, generator service, reefer service, and DOT inspections. They aim to go the extra mile when it comes to quality control. This means your tractor is checked not only once, but 2 times to ensure all service and parts meet their guaranteed quality and standards. No other service center knows semi-trucks better than LubeZone. If your truck needs serviced, check out lubezone.com to find all of their locations, and when you stop by, let them know you heard it here on the Oakley Podcast.
What's some of the biggest challenges you face as an owner-operator, John? Money.
Getting started hard. It's hard. You got to get in. Everybody gets to get in with I call them a starter truck. Try to get something low mileage, something sound, and don't worry about the big ride. It'll come later.
Yep.
Get in and get started like that. Save your money. Try to have 30, 40,000 put up at all times. Try to stay under the warranty blanket. Experience. I've never had a short on the experience part of it. I started out on an end dump I started out with a dump truck, and then I went to an end dump. Well, that's how I cut my teeth. But just getting started, it just takes time, and it's not overnight success. You've got to stay at the grind for a couple of years. And they tell you when you start a new business, the first 2 years, you better stay on top of your business.
Yep.
You've got to stay hooked.
Yep.
And it's easy over here. You can do that and go home on the weekends, and still, if you got a good dispatcher, he'll get you your miles and get you in, and that's the main thing. But
even when you talk about, I like what you said of getting a starter truck.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To come over, which is one of the reasons we do. We're believers in that too, because we send a lot of guys to Arrow to get trucks, and they get some good used trucks. And
I tell guys every week that you need to go out and find you a good used truck, like a starter truck.
Yep.
Don't break the bank right out of the get go.
right,
Well, and my other thinking on that is, you really don't know what kind of truck you need for the job here. So
True.
If you've never done an end dump, for instance, or
Right.
a hopper, well, when you go buy that truck, after you do the job a while, then you go, here's what I need.
right.
Here's the kind of motor I need, transmission I need,
Yeah.
kind of weight on a truck I need. You figure that stuff out, and then you
go get your truck.
Then you go get exactly the one you want.
Yep. Yeah, that's the number one thing we stress here at Oak. When we call in, because that kind of shows that we care about you right out of the get go. We can go
Right.
say, hey, yeah, we want you to go buy a brand new truck. Go spend $200,000, but that's not who we are here. We want you to succeed.
I like to deal with Arrow too, because y'all can get I've been watching it. Y'all can get the extended warranty and stuff. And the guys, he's got a truck payment, but he's not just with paying a shop payment, truck payment, and downtime at the same time. So
That's been something I've done since day one. We used to do it with those Maverick trucks over here at Freightliner all the time. Great starter trucks, and that worked out great. And then they get to figure out what kind of truck is best for the job. Because, I mean,
it's a learning curve when
it
you
is,
come
isn't
over
it?
here because you load so many different kinds of material, and weights are so different. Like you get some of that scrap that's real heavy, or you get some roofing granules or something and it spreads out, or fertilizer. It's just, you've got to learn. It takes you a good 6-7 months to get it down the paperwork, and it's a big learning curve, even for me coming over here with experience, learning how to load the trailers and get the weight. And
I mean, you had to bring your wife with you.
yes,
Yeah.
she does all the
She
paperwork.
still does it. Do you even know how to do it today?
I do not know how to do the paperwork. I just drive. She gets the loads. I talk to Kyle, but that's about it.
That's good. I'm just giving you a hard time. That's good.
And she tells me, she says she don't drive, but you ride in a truck or listen to cameras, turn here, slow down, drive. She tells me all day how to do it.
That's good. You need a good co-pilot.
Yeah, she's good. It's been great. 5 years in the truck every day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How does I mean, I don't want to say that. I mean, that's being, having your wife in a truck is pretty confined area every day. That's got to be a good, strong marriage, doesn't it?
It is. It takes a strong marriage. When it's the right person, it works. It's everybody's like, how do y'all spend that much time together? But now I'll get home and I'll get in a pickup and go to the store or whatever, and she's calling me or I'm calling her. It's just not that we're insecure. It's just like something's off when we're not together because we spend so much time. And we love it because the kid's grown. We go and do. We're together, and we're just blessed to be able to do that.
Do you ever make time to go sightsee?
Not really.
Do you not?
We need to, but when we was with that other company, we was running out to Oregon all the time, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington. And we would go out there, and I love that Columbia River that runs. Oh man, it's just beautiful country out there. That's my favorite part of the world. Is send me west, and as far as I can go.
Really?
But that river's it's gorgeous, and we did stuff like that and stayed out there. But
Y'all like to go riding on the motorcycles?
yes, we do.
They went to
year,
Sturgis a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
I've been to Sturgis every year for like the last 5 years, but this year I didn't go. My best friend, he had grandbabies. He was my riding partner. He hadn't had grandbabies ever, and he got 2 3 months apart. And his oldest daughter's like 30, so he stayed home this year. This week I'm supposed to be up in Rogers, Arkansas at a bike rally. We took out the room reservations, everything like 3 months ago. Well, we bought a new truck. We
You ain't gonna make it.
So this is vacation.
Well, I figured it'd be nice to, if you got time to go see a few things while you and her out there cruising the country, But Oakley keeps you too strapped.
Man, when I get through with my work day at Oakley, I'm ready for bed. I'm like an 8:30 kind of dude, 4 o'clock in the morning kind of dude. If it gets past 8:30, it's going to have to wait till tomorrow.
Yeah. What else y'all do besides motorcycles?
Motorcycles, we fish and hunt
Do
out
you?
there. My sister's got about 700 acres out there at Hallsville.
Nice.
My brother-in-law and them have it. They got about a 10-acre pond on it. And I like that pond fishing better than I do the lake fishing because it don't take me nearly long to get around and find a hot spot.
Yeah, right.
Go out there and throw a few, and if they catch, or if they don't, just go back up to the house.
That's nice, man.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Back on, since this is we're an owner-operator company, I like to talk about being an owner-operator because it's not everybody has the patience and mentality and knowledge to do it. I think you probably had an advantage, John, because you had worked on trucks for 13 years, didn't you? Did that not help you?
Yes, it did. Having a mechanical background helps a lot. It saves you a lot of, some guys can't even fix like the little airlines or airbags. I do all my airbags. Anything I can do at the house, I do. I still got all my tools. So I do it. Shocks, airbags, brakes. I don't bust tires. I done got too old for that. That's too hard work. I can do it. But, yeah, I can run my own overheads. I can do all of that
But
stuff.
don't you think an owner-operator needs to have a little bit of that knowledge?
He
Like,
does.
what would be the minimum stuff they need to know how to do?
Man, just air leaks, a little electrical
How to
work.
fix air leaks?
How to fix air leaks, a little electrical work. Know how to change your fan belts. If you ever chunk your fan belts or something like that, that's good. Rule of thumb, know how to inspect your equipment. That's a biggie.
Know what you're looking for.
Know what you're looking for. A lot of guys blow through it, a lot of guys just don't have the advantage. But if you've ever worked in a shop, you get a lot more knowledge about how the truck works and everything, and just keep up with your fluids and your oil changes, and you'll be good. But
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, it
never
could be
know what's
anywhere,
gonna
anytime. Man, little knowledge goes a long ways.
Yeah.
and the Oakley, like my truck broke down, the red truck, it throwed a code. And I think that's the handiest system y'all got, because I called up here to safety and I say, can you tell me what code my truck's throwing, so I know what's wrong with it. So going into the shop, I already had an idea it was a knock sensor on the red truck when I went in. Oakley told me what it was, but they said it couldn't be, they're not 100% sure, but it's looking like this is the code. So if you go to a dealership, so I called safety, and I can't remember the code number, 1183 or something like that. So I Googled 1183. I knew what my truck was needing before I got to the shop, so they didn't sell me a
You
bunch
taught
of-
me something I didn't know
You're
we
telling
could do
me
that.
something I don't know.
Really?
Yeah,
Y'all didn't know
I
that?
didn't know that.
Man, that is the handiest.
So when your truck throws a code,
When you get a check engine light on your truck, when we're plugged into the TransFlow, call JP or anybody in safety, and they can go on there and they can pull up the code number that your truck is throwing, so you'll know what's wrong with it.
because they don't tell you the code number, it just tells you check engine light.
Check engine light, but you can call safety and they can get the code number through the TransFlow deal that's
Really?
plugged into your truck.
Then you can look up the code
And
number.
you can look up the code number if you got a Cummins engine or whatever, just a Cummins code 123. And it'll
News to me.
come
I
back.
did not know that.
So that's
Yeah.
the handiest thing. I've used it several times over.
I knew I volunteered you for a reason. Teaching us.
I'm going to
something.
say John's the only one that knew that.
Probably so.
'Cause I haven't heard any other.
I haven't even heard talked about in the office. Never.
That neither.
Yeah,
So,
that's the handiest system. I mean, I was like, man, I like that, because you go into some shops and they're going to sell you a whole bunch of hoopla if you don't. I mean, if you don't know what you're looking at, and I'm going, well, I think it's a knock sensor.
yeah.
I'm showing a code for a knock sensor, and they plugged in and say, yeah, it's a knock sensor. So, okay, let's change it.
Let's talk a minute about driving on the interstates, on the highways these days. Now, you've been driving since you were 18 years old.
And I'm 56.
What in the world has changed?
The traffic there's no respect. Drivers used to help each other. Now they try to cut each other off. It's just like these bigger companies or whatever. I mean, I have people come over on me. They don't want to stay in their lane. They'll turn a blinker on. It'll flash about 3 times. It'll be like 4 foot off your front end and just come right over on you. It didn't used to be that way in the 90s and stuff. I mean, they would flash you, flash the next guy, talk to him on the radio, bring him over. Traffic's got 10 times more congested than what it used to be. But other than that, it's just
You got to
about
keep
the
your head
same.
on a swivel all day long, don't you?
Yep. I hate the drive between Memphis and Little Rock. Oh, I hate to drive on that 40. It's a good place to get run over.
How important is safety to you, John?
It's very important because
And how do you maintain it every day?
I check my equipment. I try to keep. I mean, I'm real bad. I drive under the speed limit. Now I will drive over the speed limit when the traffic pattern allows it. But like in big cities or whatever, I try to make traffic pass me to where I can keep a big hole in between me, more stopping distance, and just stay in your lane, because there's just so many people that don't stay in their lane. They drag their trailers over on you, and you got to watch the other guy worse than you got to watch yourself. Is what I feel like.
And that we stress safety here, of course, all the time, and we don't in the office know how hard that is to maintain your lane. I mean, simple things of just maintaining your lane. I mean, what do you want to tell the general public out there that's driving next to you? Now, keep it clean. What do you want to tell them?
Man, give the trucks a little space. Don't be trying to cut them off. Give them a little extra time. Take 5 seconds out of your day and let the truck go, or even the trucks be courteous to each other. That's what I would more want to say than anything, because I'm just getting so many people out of truck driving school these days, and they wasn't. I come up with the old school guys, and that's kind of how I started. I started following around guys that was 40s and 50 years old and listening to their conversations and stuff when I was 18 starting and trying to figure it out. And there's a lot of that ethic that was lost.
How about other Oakley owner operators?
Man, most Oakley drivers I've ever met, everybody's always willing to help each other over here. If you just say, hey, man, I got a question. The guy might be like, he's like short on time. He's like, man, all right, I got to go. Which you got to respect that, But 99.9% of the time, if you ask an Oakley driver for help or talk to him about a situation, he's going to go out of his way to help you. And I try to help all the new recruits. If I see them struggling or whatever, I'll jump out and try to school them, don't dump like this.
Made a lot of lifelong friends here.
Yeah,
haven't
and I've met a lot of people. Jim Oswald. I met Jim Oswald. He's great. He just started, and we was dumping over there. And
you? Yeah, he was in here yesterday.
yeah, I was helping him out, and now he calls me about every once or 2 weeks. He's a great guy, you know.
Good.
Yeah.
You'll make a lot of friends over here at Oakley if you're a people person. My wife tells me I've never met a stranger I don't shut up.
That's a good trait about you,
But,
John.
Well, I know here at Oakley, customer service is a big deal for us here in the office.
Yes.
How important is that to you?
That's your paycheck, man. That'll be 100%. That's your paycheck right there. You need to make. There's a lot of truck drivers, flip-flops, don't shave, don't bathe. That's my biggest thing, don't bathe. I mean, you go into a customer, this guy is your customer. He's not only Oakley's customer, he's your customer, and you want to make a good impression on that guy. So, all of us over here pretty well shaven. I mean, everybody's taken care of over here. But you go in there and you make a good impression, they're going to use you again. Being on time, being well-mannered, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, goes a long ways because that's not in today's market anymore, hardly ever.
No, it's a challenge, but all of us over here, that's what we shoot for every day. We got a great reputation out there, and we want to keep it that way. And it all starts with y'all.
Yeah.
We constantly preach customer service, and I think you hit it just right when you said it's not just Oakley's customers; it's your customer too.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you can get every owner operator to think like that, then we'll all do better.
Yes, sir.
We'll all, because I've said this many times. I can be in a bad mood, and I can go into this customer, and I can screw it up for a lot of people.
Yeah, you can lock horns with people. I mean, just people be in the wrong mood at the wrong time, and it can be a bad thing. My biggest thing is I run into it. I've had a customer a little sideways here or there, and well, sir, let me call my dispatch.
Yep.
Let him deal with you, or let them talk to you. It's not my place to line it out. My place to soothe him, but it ain't my place to chew him.
Yeah,
so.
because we're probably not talking to that guy.
Uh-uh.
They're somebody in operations in here is talking to somebody in a high rise in Chicago or something,
Yeah.
and not even
Exactly.
not even dealing with that. So
If you got a sideways customer, just turn him over to the dispatch. Don't blow it for everybody else. That's my advice.
yeah, because customer service is. I mean, I talk about it. We talk about it daily here, but I mean, it is so important, and I think the owner operator, he has so much power in his hands every day when he goes into a place. I mean, you got the power.
Yeah.
And it's how you look, how you act, how you take care of them, how you do your daily job, and it makes a huge difference. So,
Respect, on time, and be helpful. If you go on a job with that attitude at a customer, it goes a long way. It makes your day a lot easier too. If you go in there soured out, he's going to look at you crazy, and you're going to look at him crazy, and it's just going to go from there.
and then you're going to call Dustin because
Yeah.
he's a good listener.
Just take care of this guy.
Right. All right, man. Anything else you'd like to cover?
No, sir. I think that's it.
Are y'all coming to the party?
Yes, sir. We'll probably be here.
Awesome. You putting your new truck in it?
Man, I don't know. I've had so much downtime. I don't know if I can
probably-
afford another 2 days. I'm kicking it around, but
I don't know. It may be too late. That's Corey.
Well, we
question.
had a couple, I think, that's had to fall out, so we probably could do it if you want to do
We
it.
probably figure
Yeah,
something.
probably
We can figure it out.
All right.
I'm excited about it.
I am too.
I'm ready to drive. Had it 2 weeks, and last night's the first night I spent in it. Just been in the shop the rest of the time, getting ready to go.
Oh my gosh.
I appreciate you coming up here, John. You're a natural, man.
Yeah, you
Dustin,
did great.
thank y'all, man. Y'all just always been great. I like the family atmosphere at Oakley. Anybody's coming up, y'all come on, man. Great
Yep.
people to work for.
We appreciate it, John.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, thanks everybody listening to the Oakley podcast. We appreciate you every week, man, tuning in. And don't forget to go back and check out some of our past episodes. We've got some good stuff. I mean, we've really had some great owner-operators. We've had President of Arkansas Trucking Association. We just always coming up with some good stuff. So we appreciate everybody listening to all of them and got some new ones coming at you pretty soon every week. So thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next week.